Hello, baking friends! Today we're doing a superhero cake. Let's get started. We start off with our basic sponge cake. I typically don't use a drizzle to moisten the cake, since it's great on its own, but I wanted to see if it made any difference. My son is obsessed with Spider-Man, so that's what we decided to go with. To give the cake another level of flavor, we add the buttercream filling with a drizzle of chocolate between each layer. This is a store-bought Ghirardelli chocolate you can find at most grocery stores. After layering, we do a quick crumb coat before decorating our cake. The crumb coat keeps the filling in and cake crumbs out of the final coat. To make the signature Spider-Man look, we add a layer of red buttercream on top. Make sure the red layer doesn't go down the sides of the cake, since we'll be using a blue for the sides. Personally, I don't like a really thick layer of frosting on my cakes, and we have enough going on with this cake as is. Clean the sides a bit before adding the blue layer of buttercream. We need a really good clean base of red and blue for the details that we are going to add later. Make sure this is nice and smooth, then place in the fridge for a few minutes. Chilling the cake makes the next layer of decoration go on easier without blending with the base coat. If you've tried this cake, let me know if you decided to go with a blue sky for the cityscape or another similar design. None of our decorating steps require any special piping tip, including the detailed designs we're about to do. For this step, make sure your frosting is soft enough to pipe. To make the spider web, you can make markings on the cake before attempting to pipe. I used a cake scraper to draw lines, but you can use a ruler if you want more equal spacing. Make semicircles, or the letter M, as you pipe around the top starting from the middle. Each section of the web will get bigger as you move towards the edges. If you're not comfortable piping on a cake, take your time with this step and try to keep your spacing equal. To do the eyes, you can chill the cake and then place markings where you think the eyes should go before piping. Do a thick black outline and then fill with white buttercream. Touch up the outline if needed, and try to smoothen the eyes using a spatula or sculpting tool. To make the design look more polished, add a border to the top edge where the red and blue meet. This does not have to be elaborate. Now for the cityscape. I find that piping onto parchment paper first makes the design less messy and easier to plan what I want it to look like. Using black buttercream, pipe the edges of the buildings and windows. Where you do not want lit windows, simply fill those spaces in with more black. Where you do want lit windows, fill the spaces in with yellow buttercream. Make sure the spaces are properly filled and there are no large gaps. Again, you can use a sculpting tool or a toothpick for smaller areas. Place the finished design around your chilled cake and make sure it is properly stuck to it by gently pressing it onto the cake. Time to remove the parchment paper. Gently pull away from the cake to reveal the beautiful design. You will need to clean it up a bit by removing excess frosting or adding a bit where there might be spaces. I also needed to smoothen some edges and buildings where the piping looked too obvious. What you do here is a matter of preference, but try to make the cityscape as realistic as possible. You can even give buildings some texture if you like. Make sure the lights in your buildings look smooth as well. Here, I'm adding a bit of depth to the night sky using some blue edible glitter. Simply brush this on gently to the blue base using a big clean brush. I also ended up adding a bit of gold dust to the buildings to give it an old glowing feel. Hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Let me know how it turns out. Remember to like and subscribe.